Yeah, morning. Welcome to the last Daily Digest of the week and the first in the month of July. Okay, Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I have Adebola Famuroti here, Mrs. Just in case, let me quickly add the title before all of you get unduly excited. And we are going to continue where we left last week, Friday. And we'll be doing this from time to time. You might not have some regularity, but occasional Fridays we'll bring her in. And because she's a business coach, and one of the things we want to do is to offer you that service where you can call in if you have a problem with your business or whatever. You can ask questions. So at some point we're going to allow you ask questions, and she will give you hints and tips. Now, like I said, like I've said one time, whenever any of our programs is going on, please stick to the topic. I remember early yesterday morning, I heard Sherry from my bathroom. Somebody called in to the early program at 5-6 in the morning and was saying, and Sharif kept telling, that's not stick to the topic, stick to the topic. We can't be talking about Portable, and you're now bringing the issue of Wiki. So let's stick to that. Also, before I get caught up in the program and I forget to tell you, Kola Abiola, the first son of MKO Abiola, is 60 today. I think today is his birthday, and he'll be my guest tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So you don't want to miss that. 9 o'clock, Kola Abiola will be here. It appears it might be a celebration of 60, but for me, it's an opportunity to ask him a few questions, some relating to June 12, and see what we can squeeze out of him. I'm going to put him under pressure, see if we can extend it till another day, because 60 minutes is not enough for me to squeeze all the juice that I want to squeeze from him. So you can look forward to that tomorrow. Your friend is listening. You want to say hello to her? She keeps worrying me.
Okay.
Sheung George, yes.
All right. Hello, Sheung. How you doing?
She keeps worrying me, and say, and today being Friday, I'm a bit more liberal, I'm a bit more relaxed. So let's get down to business.
Yeah.
Now, I think last week you talked about what you need to do before you ever got started. Mm-hmm. I think that's where we ended. But we also I'd like you to tell our listeners the discipline that you need in business. Let's assume you've identified the purpose, you've identified what you want to sell, what you want to do. Mm-hmm. It is important to stress the discipline. The discipline, and after that, then we'll also look at when you want to start up, must you have all the money?
Okay.
Or can you split it down the line? Which one should we start first? Let's talk about discipline.
Discipline first,
Okay,
yes.
fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so there are 4 rules that I normally advise, SMEs that it's very, very important once you've been able to determine that you want to start a business. And the first one I'm glad you've mentioned is discipline. Discipline. Because if you are not disciplined, then you are just wasting your time. Because honestly, and when we say discipline, we're talking about everything as a 360-degree stuff. That's what I'm saying. Meaning that in terms of exactly putting in the work and not thinking that some kind of magic is going to happen. If you don't put in the work and understand that you have to show up irrespective, then you're wasting your time. You are the face of the business. You are the business. Remember, the business is just a name. You are the person behind it. And whatever it is that you put in is what you get out from the business.
Well, let me even add that when you must know your environment.
Definitely.
You must study your environment. In Nigeria, we like to do things face to face. The Yorubas will say ojúlọ̀rọ̀ wà. So if you set up a business like a restaurant, you had better just be there most of the time, because people will always want to know who is the owner of this restaurant, who is the face of this restaurant. I don't like the meat, I don't like the panla, I don't like the fish, I don't like the this and that. Also, if you are there, you'll be a bit more flexible. You can take quick decisions depending on your customers' demand.
Yeah.
So it's important. Now, if you look at if you look at over the years, for example, I've studied the culture of the Lebanese. If you go to any Lebanese restaurant, you will find the proprietor there.
You are quite right. No, you are
will
quite
always,
right.
And that's why over the years, you find that their restaurants and businesses are always sustained.
Yes.
You know, I growing up, I remember Phoenicia. I remember, what's the name of this restaurant in Ibadan? You know, but even here,
even in Lagos,
you find that they are always there. For the Nigerians, usually you never get to know who owns the business.
Yeah, and I find that very, very. It's a wrong mentality.
It's wrong mentality because your margins are limited. Okay, your profit margins are highly limited, and therefore you need to drive. You know, you need to drive the business, which we don't have. What about discipline of money?
Okay, we will actually get to that. You know, I said I have 4 principles I normally follow and all that. So just to buttress your point, that's what I was talking about in terms of discipline. That we honestly think that when we set up a business, it's somebody else that has the responsibility to run it for us.
Oh, you're too big to run it.
That is it.
I'm the proprietor.
I'm the MD, so I shouldn't be seen there. That is really a wrong mentality, because the truth is that in order for your business to be successful, you are the driver of your business. So if you are not there to enforce certain things, to make your customers comfortable, to hear your customers complain, how will you be able to solve it or be able to even move forward and be able to grow as a business?
Also is the fact that you can be defrauded. I tell you, my good friend Semeton, you say, oh, Jimmy has come again. He set up some fast food business one time. And he said, okay, so when he was checking his books, he realized that nothing was being stolen. His records were okay. So one time now, he took a break from work and decided to spend a month on the business. And his profit ballooned about 4 times. And so he was now wondering what could have gone wrong. Guess what it was? The people he put there formed themselves into a cartel. They bring in their own stuff. Okay, they bring in all the things they want to do for meat pie and all the drinks. They bring in their own.
And sell them.
So his own is intact. But he pays for the lights, the premises, and pays them salary. Semeton be laughing there. Sky, if Semeton's not listening, put a phone call through to him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So,
I do. So, okay, so my second principle is basically what you just said in terms of finance. You have to understand that you have to be able to distinguish between personal finance and business finance.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually mix this together.
Oh, yes.
If you notice, business owners, they believe that because they own the business, so they can always just go in and take the money as they like and spend it as they like. That is not how to grow your business. Rather, what I say is that pay yourself a salary.
Yeah.
As a business owner, from your business, pay yourself a salary.
But who determines the salary? Because if you're thinking big when you just got started, so you would have to take a big sacrifice. I had a friend who had a restaurant, female, many years back. God bless her soul, she's dead now. From the proceeds, if somebody brings head tie or whatever, or ashrabi or whatever, she calls the manager, and did that. And of course, the business almost crashed completely. So you have to be realistic. Does it help for you to have another source of income that could take care of your personal needs?
The truth is that when I say that you have to pay yourself, like we said, we had already spoken about, when you're starting your business, obviously there has to be a financial plan of, what are the things that you want to do? What are those things that you're spending money on and all that? Now, when I say pay yourself, I'm not saying that you are making a profit of 100,000, for instance, in a month, and then you decide that because I'm making a profit of 100,000, I will pay myself 80,000.
Yes, around 20.
Yes, that doesn't work. In fact, what happens is, and what I always advise is that just take 10% of your profits as your salary.
10%?
Yes, 10% of your profits as your salary when you start your business. And as the business grows, you will now realize that the 10% that you believe that is so small will become very big. But what happens is that you have enough money to expand or do whatever you need to do to continue to make your business grow.
Good. You got to a point there I need to ask. What do you do with the profit?
Okay, now, when you get the profits, like I said, because you already have a plan, so it's either one, you put it back into the business,
Invest it, yeah.
or two, there are some other things that you want to use to expand the business. Maybe, for instance, you started small as a restaurant owner. Let's even use restaurants as an example. You start in a small kiosk, and then you are selling what you are selling, and then you are making money. You know that you want to the people you are trying to target. You want to get more money, so you want to expand. So you want to move from a kiosk to a shop. How are you going to do that? It's from your profits. So gradually, you're moving from a shop. You want to move to a bigger shop. Now you are looking at, I'm looking at 2 locations because I want to expand. I realize that, some part of my customers are telling me that, you have customers on the island and I'm only on the mainland. And I have customers telling me that it's difficult for me to get to the mainland. Can you not just get us a shop? So it's part of the profit. That's reinvesting in your business.
Don't squander out the profit.
You should never do that.
Don't use it to go for summer.
Don't even use it to go and buy a car. I had to mention that. Because that is what most
when God, after all my suffering, God has provided.
The first thing they do when they get the profit is to go and buy a car. And this is something.
You want the whole MD to be working on food?
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that we need to understand what kind of business we are doing. If your business requires you to have a car to go and do a presentation, then by all means it's an investment.
Mrs. Famorotti, the average Nigerian believes that whatever business they're doing, that the MD must be seen to be riding in. That's the thinking. I'm not saying it's right, but that's the thinking that you have this one that I'm selling rice and beans and people are coming, they should see me and bow. You get and say, call bow me. Yeah.
You see, and I always say this philosophy that if you look at the richest men in the world and you actually understand their story, you will see that that's not how they became rich.
This man has what's his name now? There's one very rich guy. He's been using the same Volvo car for about 20 years.
The Facebook MD.
No, that's Zuckerberg. Older, much older. Is it Sugar? Something Sugar, I've forgotten. But he uses a beat up Volvo station wagon. That's what he drives.
I guess it's about impression, but really.
But I just believe that.
I always say that if the kind of business I'm doing does not require me to have a presentation of, presenting my car, that people would probably, you would need to have a car.
The Nigerian restaurant
why
believes that
to
as
do
a customer is coming, come to Sheruba, let them first of all see that car in the car park. All right.
And then you use all your profit to service the car.
No, sometimes you can't even repair the car. You can't even maintain it. Okay, the Daily Digest is 9:19. I will open up our lines now so that we can start taking I'll take 1 or 2 questions before we go, or reactions before we go on break. And the lines 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190. I think we have that one. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, sir. I greet your guest.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you very much. I'm learning from you, and I'm learning from Nigeria Info. It's helping me. You see, my name is Dan Baba. I started a business long ago, like 2 to 3 years ago. And out of my good heart, my church mind, I turned my business to a charity organization unknown to me. And I'll tell you how it happened.
Yeah.
You see, family and friends, they are the greatest enemy of any business in this world. Now, I would get something of a goods of, let's say, 300,000 or 200K. They will tell me, oh, Dan, please get it for me. I'll send you 200,000, 150. When you come back, I'll balance 150 or 100K. By the time I will use my profit or my own personal money to get the goods, get there, story will come. I will lose that one. I can even forward the text message to you. So what I'm saying is that anybody that wants to survive should please, in your business, stay away from family and friends. They will
Okay.
run you down to level 0.
Okay.
That is not to say don't be
noted.
nice to your people.
Okay, thank you. Well, that also brings now brought to the issue of debts. Book me down. When I go book me down, I like to use the local language. Everybody understands what I'm talking about. But giving credit and so on and so forth. Now, credit is a difficult thing to give in our own situation here in this country.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. So, what is your advice? Don't give credit at all? Or how do you safeguard your credit?
Okay.
In the past, it would be like dropping a check. But I can't remember the last time I saw a check leaf.
It really, in fact, that doesn't even work anymore. Dropping a check does not even guarantee you get your money. I know of so many people and so many SMEs that have been complaining, that they would collect check, and at the end of the day, you're still chasing them, to make payment. I think ultimately, if you want to get any kind of goods or service, you must be able to have the money to pay for it. Right now, presently, I wouldn't advise anybody to do anything on credit. I wouldn't advise it. The situation does not even permit it at all in the country as we speak. So it's just a very big risk you don't want to even take.
So no credit.
No credit is what I
No
would say
credit
to
today,
anybody.
come tomorrow.
Anybody, irrespective of who the person is. If the person really needs the product or the service, they should be able to pay for it.
If it's your mother-in-law, uncle.
I believe strongly she will pay for it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
Yes.
she's an exception.
She will pay for it.
I'm sure you're sure she's listening. I threw that. I wanted to throw out that.
No, but actually, she knows I'm that principle. And when you understand,
I'm just. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm a prankster. I was just playing a prank there. I didn't mean it in that personal.
Yeah.
I just said if it's a mother-in-law or whatever. But the best way
Irrespective.
to survive in these hard times, just don't give credit, and that's just say it's your
don't
principle.
even do it.
Even personally, I don't loan people money. If I can give you, fair enough. But I'll give you back. No, sometimes I just let it slide. Okay,
Yeah.
we will soon have to take a break. How many more minutes do we have? Less than two. I don't want this machine, this thing. I don't want it to jump up on me. So we'll take a break. It's the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I have a Debola Famaroti, Mrs. I keep saying the Mrs. All you hawks out there. I have Mr. Debola, and we're talking about business. And we'll be doing this, like I said, from time to time. Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussions and take more of your calls.
Everyday news brief.
The Nigerian Communications Commission has ordered mobile network operators.
Shaping our present and the future.
The vast majority of men and women of the police force are hardworking and diligent in
You could be 4 debates away from 1 million naira.
Good day, honorable judges, are ever attentive audience.
That's the majority of co-debater.
We've crowned 3 I Beg to Differ debate champions.
My name is Tanvita Kaushik.
I'm Ruth Okocha. My name is Bawadesa.
And if you want to be the 4th,
In fact, it even gives you a new global perspective.
the quest
Since 1998,
begins
during the 2015 elections.
now. The auditions for the next I Beg to Differ debate tournament are on. It's open to all secondary school students in Lagos, aged between 12 and 16. Just go to www.nigeriainfo.fm and click on I Beg to Differ and follow the instructions. Auditions close 3 p.m. July 12th, 2022.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
what should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.
X, recharge, and take a break this summer. Find the best summer holiday deals to Dubai, London, Cairo, Florida, and many other amazing cities on wakanow.com. We've got you covered. Book now on wakanow.com or visit any of our travel centers near you. Take a break. Pick a city. Wakanow. Let's go.
Hey, how far now? You start your day like this. Everything is going well until the unexpected happens. Then, hey, the bass boss begin. If you get our Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan, you can save yourself and the painful cost of repairing the damage to your vehicle for as low as 15,000 naira a year. If someone bashes your car, we pay to get it fixed. Visit www.hairsinsurance.com or call 0700 434 7764 to get the Hairs Flexi Motor Plan. Hairs Insurance, your simple, smart protection.
Do you have a dream of owning a land that will appreciate within a period of 6 to 12 months? Then call Vines Realty. Vines Realty has properties in the fastest developing area in Lagos State, Ibejuleki, the new business hub of Lagos. Properties ranging from 1 million naira to 10 million naira only. You can also spread payments across 24 months. Enjoy 10% discount on all our estates and win lots of amazing prizes like a free deed of assignments. Call us now on 0800-400-0300 or visit our website at www.vinesrealtyng.com. All our social media handles are at Vines Realty NG. Hurry now! Offers valid till 6th of July 2022. So call 0800-400-0300. Visit us at Suite 4 2nd floor Dominion Plaza off Ibuefo bus stop, Lekki, Lagos. Think Lands, think Vines.
Get more out of Mac. Get an amazing battery life with the powerful M1 Pro or the even more powerful M1 Max for compiling code, sophisticated designs, and high-volume data analysis. With an immersive 16-inch liquid retina XDR display and an array of ports, teams can get more work done from anywhere with MacBook Pro. Get 24 months warranty when you shop at Apple-authorized reseller, iConnect and iDevices, Casper, Collier Angel stores. Now, you can buy authentic Apple devices easily.
Find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Your ATM card will not make life sweet for strangers. Amen. Your hand will not throw your money away. Amen. People with evil intentions will not run with your ATM card. Amen.
Prayer is good. However, being extra careful is equally important, especially when it comes to your ATM card. Do not accept help from strangers at the ATM or POS terminal because they may fraudulently replace them. If you're an Access Bank customer, dial *901*911# immediately to block your account. If you suspect any fraudulent activity, you can also call us on 01-271-200-527 or send us an email at contactcenter@accessbankplc.com for further assistance. Access, more than banking.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, you're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I still have Debola Famaroti here. Let me quickly add, all Methodist Boys High School, this is the principal's daughter-in-law, granddaughter-in-law. her granddad, D.A. Famaroti, was my principal, and we called him Bitter Farm. That was one of his nicknames in those days. So it's a double pleasure for me to have her here.
Thank you so much.
And also what we were talking about off air, we will have to find a day to discuss it. How to present yourself for a job.
I agree.
Because we have a lot of our young people that don't have jobs. Some don't even write their CVs properly. They don't dress properly. Things like that. We'll have a day when, I'm sure as a business coach, because that would also apply, for example, if you want to go to the bank to get some financing.
Yeah.
If you need to go to the bank or your multi what do they call them now?
All those other microfinance.
Microfinance as a multi. But Lawson will kill me for that. Microfinance banks and so on and so forth. Yeah, so we would also talk about that. But let me quickly add, if you do need to take some finance, some people say it's good for you to go to the bank well dressed so that they will know that, Mama Day, does that matter? Your appearance? If you need financing?
Well,
must you look prosperous?
In Nigerian banks, yeah, they actually do.
Oh, that's the way it works.
They do that. I have to agree a bit with that. But yeah, that gets you in, but I don't think that gets you the money. It gets you in because they see that, okay, this is somebody that is actually serious about their business, because look at your presentation and everything. I'm not saying that go and buy designer things to look well. No, that's not what I'm saying. Look smart, make sure your clothes is well ironed. You understand? You're wearing shoes that are well polished. And then, and that's really what I'm saying. I'm not saying go and buy.
Not what we may call Abdul shoe. I told him it was okay. I think that my advice would be for you to be what I would call moderately dressed. If you're showing so much affluence, I might have it. We've gotten to know now that all that at the end of the day, those are the chronic debtors.
Yeah, which is why I said it's.
You understand? Those who come
about the
well dressed with all the
thing
designer
and all that. That's why I said
SUV
that's not what I'm
so
saying. Dress decently, be very comfortable, but most importantly, be ready. You cannot go and ask somebody for money and you have not done your homework. I always say that all through the time I was working, there was one thing that I know that was always going for me. Anytime I'm going for a meeting with anyone, I do my homework. So that when I get there, when I am talking, the person knows that I'm not just there. I know I've done my homework. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm able to show you that your money is in the best of hands. And that's really what any bank wants to do.
Do we have coaches like you who offer your services on a commercial basis, meaning that could SMEs call up somebody like you to say, look, come and help me structure my business, and so on and so forth? Do you have such services being offered in Nigeria?
Oh, yes. Yes,
do you have clients?
Yes, I also have. Yes, I offer such services as well. I actually just
did
a seminar. You asked me a question.
I'm just wondering, as you. Yeah. Okay, you can do. But as you have lawyers, you have.
Yes, but we do have a lot of coaches. We do have a lot of.
Do they get by? Are they consulted? Do people see the need? We are talking of SMEs now.
Yes, SMEs. Yes. Some of them actually do.
So what do you teach
them? Quite a number of things. Now, the first thing for me, generally, when I get to meet a client, I listen.
Yes.
So I allow them to talk, tell me everything that they're going through, what they feel that they need to do, because they will tell you every single thing. And then once that is done, I always note it down, and then I start from the beginning. And my first question is always, do you believe in your business? And then most times I'm always hearing, yeah, I think so. I believe so. And then the next question is that, do you believe in yourself?
From your experience, I'm sorry to say, I mean, we're being practical here. From your experience from the female gender, for example, where sometimes, especially at the middle end towards the end, at the to set them up. Is that the right way to go with the person who says, if, for example, you have a wife and says, set up a shop for me to be selling fabrics and stuff like that, you set it all up and then she runs it. Does that work well? I think that the zeal would be to find somebody who's ready to, in the first instance, put a lot of their own money down.
Okay, for me, I don't think that anything should be hands
out.
Hands out, yes, that's the word. Even if the person is your wife, and please,
so
this is
don't,
not to
don't set up your wife.
I'm not saying don't set up your wife. That's not what I said.
What did you say?
What I said is that your wife has to be able to show that this is something that she wants to see through.
And has the capability.
And is able to see it through. So that it is not just a hobby.
That is crucial. Can we repeat that again?
Yeah, it is
not a hobby.
It's not a hobby.
It's not a place to go and rest a while.
So if you come and tell your husband or your family members that I want to start up a business, you have to be able to tell them why. And why you believe strongly in that business and why you would see it through. I think it's just it's just a good way to go. I don't think that people should because when you do that,
some actually put a gun to your head and say, "Give me this money," and I know you will give me. Without and see, we need to take cognizance of the fact that if you want somebody to either give you money or start a business, asking questions is not insulting you.
Yeah, it is not.
It's not.
Also, that's where emotional intelligence comes to play. Even as a husband, you have to know how to ask the questions so that it doesn't look like you are interrogating your wife.
Because women, you see, the truth is, we have a culture and a culture of self-entitlement in this country, where you think what belongs to other people also belongs to you.
That doesn't apply to only women. No?
Yeah, I said in the country. I didn't say.
Okay, I just wanted to.
If we want to have gender balance, we have. Let me repeat myself over. Say we have a sense of both men and women have. It's a Nigerian thing. People will leave their homes and come to you. Come, Debola, I need 5K for my hospital bill, and I remember the day it was my dad that took her for interview when she was going to go to Queen's College and dropped her at the gate and so on and so forth. We rationalize that. So that usually happens, but for those, because sometimes you don't want to give sugar to the diabetic, meaning that sugar to the diabetic, you think you're doing somebody a favor, okay, but maybe by not asking the correct questions, but in reality, you're going to create time, because see, when the business goes wrong, not only do you lose money, that person also loses self-confidence.
I agree totally, which is why I said it's important to understand that if your wife wants to take up a hobby, let's know it's a hobby. And if it's a business...
Who will finance a hobby? If you want to play tennis, fine.
Some people do.
Can you run business as a hobby? Is that what you're saying?
No. That's why I said that if you want to have a hobby, it's a different
Okay, but I'm saying, okay, fine. Are you saying that... some people just find a place to go sit down and watch the money go away, and then they get another. I guess those who are close to government and things like that get easy money. Okay. I'm enjoying this. Let's open up our lines again, because it's about 9:40, and I know some of you might want to. By the way, Mr. Sameton, good morning. I understand that you are listening. You remember you told me the story, I didn't hear it outside, about how you were on holiday only to discover that. He told me this story about 15 years ago. I haven't forgotten. Yeah. Okay, let's take that call. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, Kyle. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is quite exciting. Listening to you, have you ever thought about trying to work with some government organizations? What I mean is, for instance, politicians just give out what Uncle Jimmy calls what do you call it? Just give out handouts. Have you tried to, or is it possible? Will it be possible for you to work with, let's say, a House of Representative or a chairman of the local government in the community, for them to understand how to help the small and medium enterprises in their community, the businesses, what the people want, and how to grow it?
Okay, let me. Kayode is a member of the APC.
Okay.
What is referring to, in a roundabout manner, is that you find a lot of their orgas and the politicians, they have what they call so-called empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You give them sewing machines, you give them this, you give them that. Sometimes the expertise to run these things well is missing.
Yeah.
So he was asking, I don't know, maybe maybe he wants to leave, I don't know what he's planning. But so he was asking if you offer your services to on a communal level, you can train.
Of course.
Now.
In fact,
this
really.
one I must get a share in case it comes out.
My life mission is actually to help and impact, people.
And make money from it.
Uncle
yes,
Jimmy.
we must admit. You have to admit that now.
Jimmy.
Is to help impact money and also to make money from it.
Of course, definitely we make money from it. But honestly, to answer Kayode's question, definitely I am always open to that. In fact, I love doing things like that because I have also noticed that, we have a lot of people that have money here and they want to do good. To help and support the SMEs. But instead of just handing it over, you need to, and I always say that, yes, it's okay to have a training facility and put people there. But what's the point of having a training facility when you don't see it through? I'm a results-oriented person. So generally, anybody I take on, I don't leave you. I don't do a 1 day, 3 days presentation, 3 day seminar and, just leave you like that, hanging. No. I will follow through to ensure that result is achieved.
So what you're saying is that those who do these empowerment programs should jolly well make the expertise available to these people and monitor it till the end.
Exactly.
If you are going to, Yorubas have some proverb that says something like, if you are going to do good all the way down the line.
Yes.
Yes, and don't just do good for the sake of it, buying the machine or buying the keke napep and then leaving them to their own devices.
Precisely. What I even do is put them in an accountability group whereby immediately you are putting them under pressure. They know that, this is not just a freebie.
A freebie.
It is not just a freebie.
Well, I think the part of it also, life is funny. Money is a spirit, and therefore maybe the way the funds have come to them too, they couldn't be bothered. They just want to do something symbolic. In some cases, it might not necessarily be from the heart. You understand? But just to do, okay, I'm going to go into politics. I want to run for governor in 4 years. Let me set up an NGO. They carry a lot and the machine, this and frying pan for dundun and all these kind of things and just give it to them. Now, as an illiterate, somebody who can hardly read and write, you can still run, our mothers did, you can still run a business successfully, I assume.
Yeah.
In these modern times. Why I'm saying so is that I had, she might be listening now, but I had somebody I'd done business with for close to 16, 15 years, supplies electronics.
Okay.
And for a long time, she always came to my house, preferably to have a big paper bag under her armpits or bag, full of money. It took a while to convince her to allow people to do bank transfers and things like that. In fact, it didn't take a while, it took a fight. You can't do this, always carrying bags of money up and down and down and up. If you are not, my advice to those who are not, maybe who are listening, if you are not learned, get somebody who is learned to guide you on these things.
I agree, because the truth is that the way our mothers, our grandmothers used to do business then, it was a bit difficult. The world is changing every time, and we have to admit it, either we like it or not. We have to change with it. So if we want our business to continue to grow, like look at the likes of some brands that we know out there that we are hearing that they've been in existence for over 100 years.
Yes.
Do you understand? It is not. Do you think that if they were still doing things the way they were doing it that time, they
100
would
years
still
ago, no.
be in existence? It's not possible. So change is the most constant thing we know. But let us be very, very focused on how we even do the change.
How honest can you be doing business in Nigeria? You remember we had this.
Oh my God, Uncle Jimmy.
We had this issue. Realistically, we are not looking at the moral side of life now. We are looking at the hard, concrete side of life.
Yeah.
How honest can you be? For example, if you're a very good, thoroughbred, born-again Christian, what is home? Why is everybody in a state of panic? Even Philip wants to go to the toilet. If you are a thoroughbred, born against Christian, do you think you can survive doing business in Nigeria if you are to follow the tenets to the letter? It's a subject of debate.
Okay, I believe so. You can't survive because we have some businesses that have and are still going on.
You heard what I said, to the letter. Oh, Niroja. If your goods are coming in from the ports,
okay,
you know, drop.
Now, you see, I'm glad you asked that question. You see,
why are you just glad now? You are not glad at the beginning. You've thought it out.
Oh God, Uncle Jimmy. You see, the truth is that you call it bribe.
You call it facilitation.
I call it a different word.
What do you call it?
So I call it could be a referral fee. It could be
what you do is
you
shift the moral responsibility to your agent. Don't tell the agent, this bale or container of lace, just tell me how much it will cost to land at my door. Then you shut your eyes to it. Is that what you're talking about?
I did not say you will shut it. After all, if the agent tells you that it's going to cost you 500,000 or whatever it is to get your goods to your house, you just pay the 500,000. So far as they don't tell you, oh yeah, please, I have to bribe so can you come and give me the
But
money.
You know that's what happened.
I don't know.
You don't think with the anointing that you have, you should tell the agent
don't
bribe any customer on my goods.
Because I expect that the agent knows the kind of person I am. That look, you have just told me that this is it, and I'm trusting you with my money.
How difficult is it to be 100%? Want to follow the tenets of any religion for that matter, 100%, and do business in Nigeria? The reality. Oh my Lago, you will sweat where you are today. I will not spare you.
Uncle Jimmy.
She will come and help your friend.
Nigeria is a wonderful country.
You can say that again.
And we are wonderful people.
You can say that again.
And so, we don't have to do things the way other people do things. But at the same time, I believe strongly that we're people of integrity and we are people that have morals. So the question you're asking me, can we do this thing?
Even the man we voted for on the mantra of anti-corruption, there's now been more corruption under his tenure than the man he took over from. Let's leave that subject. I don't want to harass you with that for too long. The truth is, to be honest with you, there are some realities in life you have to face. I think I can safely put it that way. That there's some realities in life, and so I tried. That's why I'll never be a businessman in this country again, because I told you the other time I tried to import cars, 8 cars, okay, 4 from Dubai, 4 from Atlanta.
Yeah, you said so.
Yes, and I lost a lot of money just trying to be on the straight and narrow. I'm not encouraging. That's not what I'm saying. No. For those who want to make an issue out of it again, that is encouraging. We're just having a reality discussion here. Let me take 1 or 2 more calls. Remember, this program never ends. It's important for you to have that at the back of your mind. It never ends. Occasionally, maybe once a month or once in 6 weeks, whatever it is, we'll be having this. So it's a never-ending program. Okay, so if you don't take your calls now, don't worry. We will some other time. Let's take a caller there. 9:50. I'll soon be gone. Hello.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, I was once a transporter. I drive my bus myself with my conductor.
Yes.
Once I see elderly person, like from 70 upwards, I say, Lucky, don't take money from them. School children, don't take money from them.
Yes.
Other passengers will be saying, okay, you're not a commercial. How much will you take home? I say, well, don't worry. It's not easy, my brother. I'm telling you, I tried it.
No, probably the question I'd like to ask, not the one you don't take money from them. I want more MC. You know Roger then?
Oh, no. For those Roger people, even Agbero, I make friends with them.
But
they recognize me.
Did you?
Okay, so I did that route.
Okay, wait.
Jimmy, please.
Pastor Chris, wait.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. Did you or did you know Roger then?
I Roger now.
Did you not Roger or Roger police? That's what we are saying.
But on the other hand, elderly people and school children, I don't take
we
money.
know that one. That
Uncle
one
Jimmy,
is...
Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing my in-law tomorrow.
How can he? How Kola?
Kola is my in-law now. He married from Ogumenu.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he married your first son's daughter.
I didn't say you marry in Pekin.
No, Mbano.
Of course, I didn't say.
No, it's my in-law. Thank you very much.
Okay, last question for today. Let's take the last question of cover for today. Hello, good morning. Hello. Morning.
Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Morning, sir.
The line is not clear. Take another call quickly. This line is not clear. Please, when you call from a clear background. Switch off the radio so that we can hear you loud and clear. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes. Quickly.
When you said the tenets of Christianity, that's why God has told you in the Bible that the kingdom of God has become violent and the violence shall take it by force. And that it is difficult for a rich man to pass through the height of the needle to enter the kingdom of God.
Okay, all right.
So,
what I'm going to say, this is how when Isokes people, you notice from Edo, they say, we're done. For that comment, we're done. That's where we'll end it for today, Debola. Thank you very much. You'll be back again.
So
how soon?
much.
Maybe in a month's time?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Debola Famroto will be back in a month's time. And so we'll keep working up ideas. We're trying to contribute, in all manner to make sure that we are self-sufficient and we make our lives comfortable. And so it's not just politics, or morals. Also, we look at the business side of things. My ambition is that when God ever takes me to the great beyond and I'm at the gate of heaven, I'll be able to look back and say to everybody that I contributed to making Nigeria a better place. And that's going to be done by us getting involved in all things. Thank you very much, Debola.
Thank you so much for
inviting me. And my regards
me.
to Sheon when you get to
I
see
will.
her. I will confirm.
Okay.
It's
Thank
okay.
you.
Today's Friday. Mama, you ready? All Rosalie too. I will ask you where. Kola Abiola is going to be here tomorrow. He's going to be here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I'm going to throw that guy under the bus, man. You don't want to miss it. And please tune in by 5 to 9. In fact, tune in from early 6 o'clock so you're not caught on our ears. Because the first question, that very first question, only God knows what it is going to be. Anyway, God is in control.
Always.
So that's where we'll end it for today. I'll be back again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Enjoy your weekend. Stay good. And God bless you all. Bye.
You could be 4 debates away from 1 million naira.
Good day, honorable judges, or ever attentive audience.
That's the majority of co-debater.
We've crowned 3 I Beg to Differ debate champions.
My name is Tanvita Kaushik.
I'm Ruth Okocha. My name is Bawadesa.
And if you want to be the 4th,
in fact, it even gives you a new global perspective.
The quest
since 1998
begins
during the 2015 election.
Now. The auditions for the next I Beg to Differ debate tournament are on. It's open to all secondary school students in Lagos, aged between 12 and 16. Just go to www.nigeriainfo.fm and click on I Beg to Differ and follow the instructions. Auditions close 3 p.m. July 12th, 2022.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.